And we are live. Tesla is set to report earnings today after the bell, and it is time. What's going on, guys? It's Ricky with TechBot Solutions here with a live stream. As many of you guys have asked, really do appreciate all the support on the channel. Again, do not forget to subscribe if you guys haven't done so already. And if you feel like we earned it, feel free to drop a thumbs up. So Tesla is supposed to report earnings today after the bell. Market just closed about 1 minute ago. We are live, just posting about this to some of our friends on Instagram. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, it is the third link in the description. Up or down, up or down? That is the $1 million question. We are live for Tesla earnings. I just got back from a swim, so I rushed over here. Here it goes. It looks like Tesla is going to begin to uptick. Let's see if it does exceed expectation. Tesla's expectation is 53 cents per share for EPS and $26.22 billion in revenue. Again, my big question or concern is guidance. How will guidance come out for Tesla? You guys let me know in the live chat what you think. Okay. Here we go. Can you guys hear me and see me okay? Yep. Appreciate all the thumbs up you guys are dropping right now. Really do. Alrighty. There it goes. Tesla's up about 0.35%. Let's give it the time that it needs. I got rid of all my brother. My brother has some. I think it might go up. He always pulls a rabbit out of his hat. That's funny. We'll see. We'll see what ends up getting reported. Will it exceed market's expectation? That's the big what if. All right, here we go. We have Tesla, IBM. Here it goes. Tesla looks like it's going red. Nothing yet. There it goes. Tesla's beginning to go red, down 1%. Again, I think long term, or not long term, I don't want to say. I would say that Tesla right now is way overvalued fundamentally. But a lot of Tesla's price action has not been based off of its fundamental value. It's been based off of its speculation, right? So I think that if Elon sells a really good story for Tesla, it has the possibility to go up. Something to take into consideration. It's currently down 1.8%. Did it already report? And there it goes. It missed earnings per share. It exceeded revenue. Doesn't surprise me. Its last earnings, wow. I don't feel like this is going to be the move. I feel like it's loading up. We're either going to see a stronger sell-off or a big recovery. Tesla, again, is one of the most volatile stocks of the blue chip companies, right? In the $1 trillion market cap. Nobody remembers the Roadster. Carlos, don't get me started with that one. You're just trying to trigger me with that. All right. I want to understand its guidance. Here we go. Looks like it's going to drop. It's testing normal trading hour support right around 430. This is not a big move, even though it's down about 2%. Nothing too significant. Tesla normally experiences a lot more volatility than just that. I'm excited for Tesla when it drops down to $200 per share. I would love to buy even more at 200. I think Tesla, in the short term, it doesn't mean that it can't pump up, right? Anything's possible. Look at BYND. Market's full of irrational stocks and valuations. No question about that, right? It shouldn't surprise you how volatile a stock can be. What you need to understand is what is the difference behind a trade and an investment, right? You need to understand on the larger time frame when something is just simply overvalued based off of its fundamentals and due for a correction. And if Tesla, during one of its last quarterly earnings with EV credits and subsidies, missed earnings per share, how terrible do you think it's going to report in up and coming quarters? That's what I'm most excited for. I really didn't care about this earnings report because Tesla had one last hurrah, right? Its subsidies ended September 30th, which is at the end of its Q3. Didn't really care about that. I knew that for this quarter, it was probably going to be just fine. It's up and coming quarters. That's the big concern for Tesla investors. Yeah, nothing much going on right now. Look at that. BYND is down another 6%. Let me see a show of hands in the live chat. Who made money shorting this piece of crap stock? Dude, we had so many members. Again, it's not meant for beginners. Please do not short it blindly, even with how much it's crashed today, right? For those that did not see, even with how much it crashed today, this thing sold off 55%. I mean, at one point it was down over 65%. Although it's down that much, it could quickly recover. It's a complete BS stock that's all momentum based. Anything is possible. Please do not short it if you're a beginner. But boy, was it fun. Again, this is something that you can work towards. It's a higher risk play. We respected it with less of a position size because it comes at a greater form of risk. We had a lot of fun with it. But with that being said, with great volatility comes great responsibility. Too much fun shorting that hyped up play, right? Sorry for all the bag holders out there, right? We tried to warn you. All the red flags were there. And we just did our part in taking the little piece of our pie, right? Shorting that overvalued and overhyped up stock. Some people think that it's un-American to short American-based companies. I would say that we're in the land of opportunity. And if you can justify pumping up a BS stock 1,000% in 5 days, I have every right to make money off of its downfall because it never belonged up there, right? If you can support irrational valuations, let me support its real one, right? Make money as it sells off. That's what I love to see. And there it goes. Tesla trying to push up, trying to recover. Again, I was not surprised. It was testing its normal trading support right around 430, and it's going back to retest same previous high. I think Tesla, I wouldn't be against it. A little short for the boys just to keep it entertaining. Well, what is this going to be? I know this thing can break out though. I wouldn't mind it. I'll go with the limit order, regular trading hours. There it goes. 50 shares short. Small position, $21,000. Just so you guys could see. 50 shares, average price, 439.76. I'm just doing it for the live stream. What is it that people say? Young people say it now. I'm too old. I don't really get it anymore. I'm just doing it for the vibes. I don't know what they say. Can you guys believe I'm 30 years old now? I have 2 kids. Some of you guys have seen me here on YouTube for 10 years. You've seen me from my, early 20s to my now 30s, dude. Oh, is it aura farming? No, I don't. That's shorting with 50 shares. I don't know what kind of aura you're trying to farm with that. For shits and giggles. Yep. Excuse me, I have a bunch of chlorine up my nose because I just came out of the pool. I had a little break in between. I finished all my calls and my meetings this morning, and I was like, man, I have a 40-minute break before I have to go live. I was like, can I squeeze in a quick swim? and I had to drive to the gym, swim, and then come back. I did it. I did 1,000 yards, which is like a little bit over half a mile, but I wanted to do a full mile. I just didn't have enough time because my commitment to you guys and going live, I'm happy to go live for you guys and kind of watch the market react to Tesla's earnings. So I'm happy to be here, and thank you again for taking time and tuning on into my live stream. So for those that are tuning on in right now, what's going on? Did Tesla report? Yes. Tesla is kind of, I would say, in a pickle right now. It missed earnings per share, coming in lower than what was expected, but it did a really good job exceeding revenue. I think the big concern here is it's actually not earning profit-wise as much as it was expected. And I think the EV credits and the EV subsidies are going to be a big concern because Tesla is now going to have to do with those no longer, right? So almost 2K watching. Really? Oh, nice. And we only have 164 likes. Would you look at that? All right. Yeah, we still have the guidance call. That's still a really big thing. The guidance call is where Elon will really pretty much step on in and I'm sure sell the dream on Tesla. I think that's where most of the action will happen. Either a strong recovery or a strong sell-off. It looks like BYND is testing $3 support right now. If it breaks below $3, get ready for a nice retracement, maybe to 260 to 250. Looks like a sale for Tesla. Long term, heck no. Long term, Tesla belongs, based off of its current, again, if you're looking at it as a business, Tesla is not a growing company any longer. Again, I'm not asking for your opinion. I'm telling you, look at this. And this is the quarter just reported. Tesla, its revenue is beginning to decline. Quarter after quarter, it's simply no longer growing. I don't care about its projections. I don't care about the what ifs. Elon has ran out of time. It was able to sell the dream when it was growing aggressively, like PLTR. PLTR is able to sell the dream about AI and all of its infrastructure and if it's with its insane valuation because it's an aggressively growing company revenue-wise. That's what investors want to see, right? An aggressive company with enormous amounts of growth that can support irrational valuations. Tesla is no longer. Tesla's core business, a lot of people like to say, oh, Ricky, well, Tesla is not just the car company. I agree. Tesla, like anyone with common sense understands that it's not trading like just the car company. There's a bunch of things factored in, but guess what? Tesla's car company, its core business is no longer growing valuations. This, like we've seen in the past before, crashes 50%. Yes, I said it, crashes, because that's what it is. It pumps up when hype is real and it crashes down when it needs to correct itself, when it gets a reality check. So in the short term, do not, we're all here for the same reason. Make your money, right? Get in, get out, make that money and bounce. No question about that. Trade this. Maybe this stock will pump up today. Maybe Elon will sell the dream that maybe for the next week or two, the stock can make new all-time highs. Cool. Even if it does make new all-time highs, from its current price to new all-time highs, 12%. What is its retracement potential? 50%. Risk to reward, that is a terrible risk to reward ratio. Very simple, right? And look at that. Tesla's beginning to retrace. Again, I was doing this just for fun, so I'll do my part. And like I said, get in, get out, make that money, and bounce. I don't care. I was just doing it for, what was it that you guys called it? Shits and giggles. I'll take my little $243. It was a small 50 share play. I'm just here to go live with you guys, watch it, and happy I was able to buy myself lunch for the day and my family, I guess. Not including the money that I made shorting BYND today. The live streams are helpful. Really appreciate it. Aura farming in action. I don't think anyone's aura farming with 50 shares. If that's aura farming, I don't know what you would call it during my live trading session when I'm shorting Tesla with 500 to 1,000 shares. What's going on, Ralph? Tesla to 364. Let's see. Why 364? What is that? Ricky, you could have made more. I could have also not made anything at all. I don't even really like to trade earnings. I truly did it. Like if you're part of my LPP team, you know that I rarely like to partake in that kind of volatility during extended hours. You have to use limit orders. Volume tends to be, there's quicker shifts. It's higher risk. That's how I see it. Remember, like I never catch trades perfectly. I'm very open about that, but I'm here to be a reminder that you don't need to be perfect to be green, right? My short on BYND was no close to being perfect. But guess what? I still made a few $1,000s shorting that overhyped up stock. You don't need to be perfect to be profitable. Okay? I appreciate you weeding out the delusional perspective. Yep, it's just a preference. I do have an affiliate service with Webull. I also have one with Moomoo. I've been very open about that. And I also prefer Webull and Moomoo based off of how much I'm able to work with the companies and, either request changes like, if I prefer, like with Moomoo, I can send suggestions to their team and they listen to me because I might find a tool to be more useful. So I feel like I have more control in that sense where they're proactive. We have members that send suggestions over to me of like, hey, we would really like to see if Moomoo had this on their platform. And I can send on over that request. At the end of the day, I'm not here to convince you that you need to use what I use, Webull or Moomoo. If you want to use interactive brokers, we have a bunch of traders within our LPP team that use interactive brokers. I think that there's a lot of different ways on how you can trade in this market. I'm not here to convince you that my way is the only way. So I hope that you don't ever take my videos as just that, right? You guys know that I'm not a big supporter in Bitcoin. But if you want to buy Bitcoin, be my guest. You're an adult. You can do whatever it is that you want. I just like to talk about the risk, talking about risk to reward. I'm not here to trigger you. If that triggers you when I talk about the downside, then I think that you have a problem with yourself, right? But if you're someone that's open-minded, that's always open to hearing other perspectives, then that's all I hope that I am for you, a different perspective. And that's it. I don't want to be the reason you do something. I want to be something that you just use as a resource to be aware of what others, might or might not see value in. Appreciate that. What about UNH? What about it? I still hold UNH long term. I have no intention of selling it. Yep. And like I said, I bought UNH as it was below $300 per share. I had no expectation for this thing to recover as quick as it did. And I have not added more to it. I hope it maybe sells off a little bit more so I can buy more. But the small amount of shares that I picked up of it, that's all I've had. I have not added $1 more. And it's not even in my account. It's my daughter's account. I don't own UNH. My daughter, my 3-year-old daughter does. So, yeah, she just owns a few thousand shares. That's all. Are you a Webull stock owner? No, frick no. Again, I think this is the part that people get confused is they think because I use some, I have 2 Teslas. I own Tesla shares as well, right? I talk a lot about negative things or things that I don't agree with Tesla as a company, even though I think Elon is one of the greatest minds of our generation. I love my Tesla. I love the Tesla I bought for my wife. I think it's a safe vehicle. I can use something and support something without having to be delusional just because I own it. The same thing with your political preference. I'm not here to convince you. I'm just here to say that I hope that it's not your entire personality. I voted Republican. That shouldn't be much of a surprise for many of you if you understand who it is that I am. I'm not MAGA. I'm not an extremist on either side. If I don't agree with Trump, He's an individual. I'm not going to agree with every decision that he makes. I'm okay with calling things out that I don't agree with. I just feel like we're so polarizing now, where sometimes if you're a Democrat or you're a Republican or whatever it is that you identify as, you become so, oh, it needs to be this way or the highways. I love hearing people out, and I love learning new things. I don't have to agree with you, and I can hear your perspective. I'm not here to convince you to agree with me, and I hope that you're not here to convince me to agree with you. But I'm always open to hearing you out if I engage. If you message me randomly and you tell me that I'm wrong and that I need to do this, it's at that point you're trying to convince me. I don't care to be convinced. And I hope that you see that like, I really don't want you to, like, if you are a MAGA or you are a, what's the other people called? Liberals. It's your life. If that's how you want to live your life, cool. You hang out with your people, you're extremist, and I don't want to partake in either side of it, right? We all have to wake up every morning, do what it is that we do to make our money, enjoy our lives, spend time with the people that we love, and that's all. That's all I'm here to do. When it comes down to Tesla, I'm happy to call it, I own the stock at $200, $220 per share. I'm okay with expressing, hey, I wouldn't buy any of it at $450. I don't think it's a good deal because of how it's being ran as a business right now, because of concerns. That's okay to say. You don't need to agree with me. If you think it's the best investment at $434, here's a challenge. Put your money where your mouth is and buy all of it. Buy as much as you can afford. And if you are right, you'll reap the benefit, right? I'm a BYND maxi. Explain to me what I'm like, what is a maxi? Like an extremist? That's what you are? I know you're joking, but is that what it means? An extremist? I know you're joking about you're not a BYND extremist, but well, maxi pad. Okay, you see, this is where you guys lose me with your guys' terms. I'm not in that set. Dude, this is where I really age myself. Elon compró 9,900 and you're on September 15th. He knows something. You sound like all those Twitter accounts. Meaning bullish on BYND. Best of luck to you. Understand dad jokes better. You already know, right? And let me get your guys' thoughts. What do you guys think about this pullback? I feel like everyone, it's 1 hour away. I wanted to spend time with you guys so we can kind of talk this through. It looks like Tesla is going to wait for its guidance call. I think it's in a pickle. I think its earnings per shares are bad, but its revenue is good. I think it's trying to figure out what Elon Musk is going to say. Would you guys agree? That's not until an hour during its guidance call. Please, I cannot stress this enough. A whole nother wave of either buying pressure or selling pressure can present itself during that earnings call. If you've never experienced it, don't test it with an open position. That's my only encouragement if you're a beginner, okay? If you're experienced, you do you. I hope that you just manage and mitigate your risk and your position size, and whatever it is that you make or lose is based off of what you earn, right? Okay. Again, I don't want to take too much of your guys' time. I feel like I've been in front of my computer all day. I've had a lot of fun. We've made a few bucks, to say the least, shorting BYND today. It looks like it's down 14% during extended hours. I'm not mad about it. That's for sure. Yeah. So, I think the market is different than in 2018 or 2021, back when trader new kids on the short-lived sell-off. I think, hope that I'm wrong. Elon always finds a way to give investors confidence. I can agree with that. That's why, again, when they say don't bet against Elon, I think that's stupid. I think, again, those are extremists. I've made a ton of money betting against Elon, right? If you know, it's retracement. It's not super hard to look at larger time frames and to understand overbought and oversold levels. It's kind of like common sense. But can Elon be influential to, his stock? 100%. And he knows it, right? So intraday and during extended hours, I don't like to, that's why I covered my short right away. I think in the short term, market sentiment, that's the thing that I want you to understand. Market sentiment is still kind of bullish. Although we've kind of been trading sideways for the past few days, right? We've kind of been consolidating and not really making new highs. Markets are incredibly bullish. Market sentiment is incredibly bullish. Trust me, you'll know when market sentiment is bearish. For all my people that were here back in 2022, you know what a bearish market is. Selling off for a consecutive 12 months. That is a bearish downturn, right? Those are my seasoned traders and investors. If you made money in the past 12 months, I don't want to say that I'm not impressed by you. I'm just saying that let's see how much money you make during, how much money you still have of your profit if markets reverse. That's the difference. Can you make money or keep the money that you made, not just during a bull market, but a bear market? That is why we talk about don't be leveraged at overbought levels. I want you to keep your money. That is the insane part that baffles me, is when I make these videos about encouraging beginners to not fall for the hype, to be aware of the risk, to not be over leveraged. People start attacking me of saying, Ricky, you're fear mongering. Why is it that you don't want these people to win? You would think that if a stock was trading up 1,000%, it has no revenue and has negative PE ratio, it would be common sense of oh, wow, Ricky is at least letting beginners be aware of the risk, making them aware. But it's the opposite, and it just shows how irrational markets are. So again, I'm not here to say that I'm always right. I've been wrong many times. You guys all know that, right? With that being said, my intentions are always to take risk into consideration. So follow who you want to follow for all your different areas of opportunity. I hope that I can be an avenue for you to explore that encourages you to manage your position size and manage your risk at overbought levels. Okay? I wish you guys nothing but the best. Thank you guys again for spending time with me and watching Tesla as it reports earnings. It looks like, again, it's going back down here to retrace. I took, again, a small little short, 50 shares, made $243. I literally just did it for shits and giggles in front of you guys. But we will see. I think the big move is going to happen during its guidance call. Don't ask me what I think is going to happen. I can't predict the future. I'm not here to pretend like I can. I don't like to trade during these extended hours because of that, because it's harder to manage and mitigate risk due to it being with limit orders and during extended hours. Again, stay patient, stay calculated, and be intentional. This is not a market long-term where you deserve anything. You earn everything it is that you make. And I hope that those that are just getting started, if you ever want the ability to watch me trade live, I left a little discount link in there for you. It's the second link in the description down below. It'll be active for the next 24 hours, and it's $300 off LPP 3.0. We have members that signed up back in 2018 for the original LPP, and they've had access to all of the updates for free for no additional charge. It's a one-time payment, lifetime access whenever you feel like you are ready, if you feel like you want to be a part of it. Second link down below. If not, all I ask you to do is subscribe to the channel and maybe drop a thumbs up if you feel like I earned it. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note, and happy